Hello everyone, my name's Katie Ewers and I am a professional careers advisor and life coach, and I'm talking to you today about being a counselling psychologist. So these are the psychology specialisms. I've done a video on clinical psychology, this one on counselling psychology, and I've done an educational psychologist video so far, but I can do more videos in this realm. You just need to send me a message or leave me a note in the description box and I will do that video for you. Okay, to be a counselling psychologist. So counselling psychologists work with their clients to improve their mental health and emotional well-being. They use psychological theory and research and talking therapy sessions. So psychological theory, research and information that they picked up, and they use that information in talking therapy sessions, which help clients with a range of life issues like mental health conditions, emotional issues, trauma. Clients are wide-ranging. They can be from children, adults or families, couples, and full groups. Life issues that people can struggle to deal with that a counselling psychologist would help with is things like short-term issues like bereavement, which can end up long-term if you don't get the help you need. Domestic violence, which is short-term but could become long-term if you don't get the help you need. Relationship issues, sexual abuse, or any trauma that you might have incurred. Mental health conditions that they may help with, anxiety, depression, eating disorders, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, or psychosis. So there's a wide range of issues that a counselling psychologist deal with over a wide range of ages. Unlike the educational psychologist, which is focused on children and young people, counselling psychologists will be dealing with the whole kit and caboodle of people. Responsibilities. So your top responsibility is assessing the mental health needs, assessing risks, psychometric testing to figure out how that person thinks or how they're feeling at the time, diagnose and explain client issues, establish rapport with the client, very, very important, based on trust and respect, otherwise you're not going to get anywhere. Plan and implement treatments and to help clients to understand their feelings and behaviour. Empower clients to take control of their issues and make positive changes to their behaviour. Monitor and evaluate the outcome of treatment. So when you start a course of treatment with someone, you need to monitor and evaluate that course of treatment or therapy is actually working to make sure that you are helping the client. You collaborate with other professionals to plan treatments and to meet the client's needs. So when you're thinking of a treatment, you always collaborate with other people and have backup and advice. So there's always that team mentality to help you deal with clients, especially some difficult clients. You may really appreciate the colleague support. Communicate complex information clearly, both orally and in writing. So you need great communication, written and oral skills to write to clients, families and carers, and they all need to be written to in a different kind of way. Contribute to research either individually or as part of a collaborative team. Carry out continuing personal and professional development in yourself, developing your own knowledge and keeping your own skills up to date. Your skills you need then, if you want to be a counselling psychologist, is you need your own self-awareness, self-knowledge and self-belief. You need really good interpersonal skills, psychotherapeutic and counselling skills. So that's what you'll learn at university. Excellent communication skills, interpersonal, same thing really, or passing on information, verbal or written. Open-minded, sensitive approach to dealing with clients. You've got to be accepting of others because you're going to see a whole kit and caboodle of people, and you can't be judgmental or unaccepting of other people, other cultures, other groups. The ability to explore emotional issues with clients. Respect and acceptance of cultural and religious diversity. As I've just said, you need to be a team worker because you're working collaborative all the time. Curiosity, open-minded approach to your work. Able to work under pressure, most definitely. Analytical, really important. You need time management skills, the ability to manage a caseload, IT skills, and the ability to understand how and why things are working or why they're not working with clients. And of course, independence and self-motivation, because you're not always going to have someone there behind you kicking you up the bum to get the job done, because you know it's a responsible position to be a counselling psychologist. What it's like to be a counselling psychologist. So you'll work as part of a multi-skilled team, as I've said many times, including other health service workers. More opportunities may be available in larger cities than in smaller cities. So there are jobs available in counselling psychology, but more in the larger cities rather than the smaller cities. The work can be challenging, but it can also be rewarding, as it involves contact with people who are distressed, but it could also be rewarding, as I've just said. You may need to travel locally to meet clients, wherever they are, at their home or organisation that they're at, or the home that they're in, or the institution they're at. So you may need a bit of local travel. Most counselling psychologists work in health and social care settings, NHS, general hospitals, psychiatric hospitals, private hospitals, health centres, GP surgeries, so in the health sector, specialist child and family services, CAMS, the child and adolescent mental health services is what CAMS stands for, and community mental health teams. So those are the kind of employers that you would be working for as a clinical psychologist. Salary starting trainee within the NHS specifically can be from 30,000 on to about 37, which I think is a good salary. Especially for a trainee and a recently qualified trainee. Once you're, actually, when I say trainee, I guess they're not quite qualified yet, so I should go eat my words there. So that is really good money for someone who isn't quite fully qualified yet. But once you're qualified, your salary typically goes from 37 up to about 43, 44,000, which is really good. Senior roles can rise to from 44 up to like 50, 51,000. Principal or consultant psychologists can earn up to 86, 87,000, which is a good salary. Working hours are usually Monday to Friday, so good working hours in 8:30 till 5, so no weekends. For jobs in the NHS, that is those specifically. If you work for another organisation, that might be a bit different, but typically it's Monday to Friday, 8:30 till 5. Many counselling psychologists are self-employed and do some work for the NHS on contract, but that's up to you. But I would not become self-employed until you have a vast amount of experience under your belt. And it's important before you become self-employed that you do have a lot of experience already working in the sector. Okay, so qualifications. So from the get-go, you'll need to leave school with at least 5 GCSEs, grade 5 and above, including maths and English. And you will need to do 2 to 3, I think A-levels 3. I put 2 to 3, but I'm going to change that 3 A-levels just to be sure, to get into a university of your choice. Useful subjects in A-levels would be your psychology and your social science subjects, maybe statistics as well, because you'll be dealing with a lot of research statistics in psychology. A psychology degree, of course, is important. You'll need to go to university. But when you're looking for that psychology degree, it's important that it's accredited by the BPS, the British Psychological Society. That's really, really important. Relevant work experience is really important if you want to progress in counselling psychology, and you need evidence of research skills. BPS accredited doctorate in counselling psychology is also possible if you want to increase your salary even more, or the BPS qualification in counselling psychology, the QCOP. You must also be registered with the Health and Care Professions Council, the HCPC. So much scope for development in counselling psychology. But will you enjoy it? I hope you've had a look at some of my self-discovery videos, which will give you a good idea of what kind of jobs would fit you. So if your motivators are to be an expert, you could be one or more of these, by the way. You might be motivated by being the expert in the situation. Or the spirit means you like to manage your own time. You like to have a flexible schedule. So I've put that as a motivator, that you'll be working under your own steam and your own schedule. This may be messed up a little bit if you're working for the NHS, if they give you your itinerary for the day. But when you're working for yourself, especially, and you go up the ranks, the spirit, which is working to your own autonomy and your own hours, will become more relevant. The searcher, which means making a difference in the world. When you're helping people through difficulties, it's, it could be that you're very motivated by making a difference in the world. So you could be motivated by being a searcher, or a builder. You just want to make enough money to be materially comfortable, and have a good, comfortable life and a good status in life. That might be your motivation. So whatever motivation it is, whether it's one or more of these, it will fit a counselling psychologist. Myers-Briggs types that would fit counselling psychologist are on the screen here, from ENFP all the way over to ISFP. Most of them are in the intuitive group, because the intuitive group are about improving things and creating new possibilities. So that's why it's mostly N's from the Myers-Briggs types. So if you're any of those Myers-Briggs types, you fit being a counselling psychologist. Gardner's 9 intelligences, if your top ones were social smart, self-smart, life smart, with word smart and number smart, you fit being a counselling psychologist. If you have any of these Gallup strengths, 2 or more would be useful. In restorative, which is helping bringing someone back from difficulty, or, you could do it with cars or people or things or ideas. But if you're doing it as a counselling psychologist, you're kind of restoring that person to health. Woo means you love to meet and you're good at meeting new people and developing rapport. Developer, helping someone from difficulty and developing them on to better things. Analytical for your research, analytical for understanding a person's behaviour and how to treat that behaviour. Strategic, knowing what to do next. Communication, of course, input and research. Learning, because you're always learning, as in any job, but especially in any psychology roles. Connectedness, so accepting and caring for other people. Empathy, being able to get on with others. Working to values and responsibilities and ethics, when you have belief, when you have responsibility. And adaptability, sometimes you need to change things on a twist of a hat or something happens. People don't tend to be uniformed. You have to be adaptable when you're dealing with humans. The Belbin team role that would fit counselling psychologist, I think, specialist again. Monitor evaluator, I think, covers a lot of them. I keep putting that one in, but I wonder sometimes whether I should take that one out because it's more of a thinker. But you kind of need both in psychology, so I put it in. Implementer and, of course, team worker. And the 2 best types on their Honey and Mumford will be your reflector, because as a psychologist, you need to be a reflective practitioner, and a pragmatist, and you need to be able to take your thoughts, your ideas and your theories and make them happen in the real world. So they're the 2 types that would most fit being a counselling psychologist. I hope you found my video useful today. I'm a professional careers advisor and life coach for a while now, but I'm new to bringing this to YouTube. So please share my channel with other people. Please subscribe. Click that bell icon because I'm going to be uploading new jobs and new information all the time to this channel. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up button and don't forget that bell icon if you subscribe, because it will keep you up to date with my latest uploads. You can email me at katie@careertalents.co.uk or go to my website at careertalents.co.uk, and I'm going to put links to my Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn and Instagram in the description box. As ever, guys, remember, when you're looking at work, when you're looking for a job, it's really important that it matches you as a person. It's got to match your motivations, your personality, your strengths, your abilities. You're doing this work for a long, long time and you want to be happy in it. And the earlier you can make the best decision possible, the happier and more successful you'll be. And this is what I do these videos for, to help you make those decisions the best way you can and choose the right job for you as quickly as possible. See you soon.